G'day, hi, and welcome. First off, you're looking at a really handsome man. How you doing? All right. So, how does a handsome man like this function? Well, number one, not with one. I'm so manly. I don't have one truck. I have two, and then there's my dad's truck too. So, how do you afford to run a truck? My brother came up and he saw this. My nephew's been talking about it all. Well, the last past couple of days since I took him for a ride in the big Hemi. That's his new favorite word is Hemi. Dodge. Like, you will lose 18 IQ points just looking at this Brutus beast, which I call Brutus, because he's just a Dodge. Mopar. Hemi, right? But I love it. I can't wait to really rip around on the road with it a bit. But this has got a 5.7 liter engine. And according to Paul, who I bought it from, my buddy, he says he gets about 14, 15 to the gallon. Typically highway, you know. Now, mind you, he has a probably slightly heavier foot than me. With my big red road beast over there, which is a slightly smaller engine. It's a 4.6 liter V8. That's a 5.7 liter V8. I get, I'd say 15, 16 tops probably on this. However, I might have hit a mileage record today when I filled up. I was at 717 kilometers. So that's pretty good. That's like 450 miles on the tank. It's about a 30-gallon tank. So I gotta work that out. I might have actually got better mileage. And there's a little thing that Ford doesn't want you to know about these trucks, but you can actually get really good mileage of it if you know about that little trick. It has to do with the throttle bodies. Maybe this winter I'll maybe tinker with that if I can. But anyway, this truck is my main truck. This is the only truck I have on the road right now. I just got the other one. It won't be on the road for probably about another week. And then plus I'm going to do all the repairs for the winter. So when the winter comes, I don't have to work on it. It's ready to go. This truck, I run almost every day. In fact, I average probably working 5-6 hours a week, 5 or 6 days a week. Sometimes 7 days a week. Sometimes I work 2 weeks or 10 days straight, whatever it is. And this truck is my truck, right? Now, this truck is going to leave me on the side of the road at some point, right? So how do you afford to drive not one truck, but two trucks? And this is something that when you have a car and the gas was cheap, like say back in the 90s when gas was cheap, you could, like if you were a student, you had a car, like a little, I don't know, Honda Civic or something like that. $2, $4 a day could be your budget. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't even probably burn that. These things burn a lot of fuel. And if you're hauling anything, you got 10 miles to the gallon at best, probably in the city. You know what I mean? Maybe 8. They're really hard on gases. To fill this truck up, I just put $120 in the other truck today. That was pretty much from, you might as well say, just about empty. This probably same size tank, maybe a little bigger, might even be bigger because it's bigger. This thing's a beast, right? Now, to afford that, you're probably saying to yourself, I cannot afford to fill that up. This truck here, I think the last time I took it out, I think it was like 80 bucks, 70 or 80 bucks to fill it. It's a much smaller tank on that. That's a 6-cylinder, okay? That's still pretty expensive to run. My poor CRV back there with the 4-cylinder, that was between 60 and 70 to fill up, depending on the fuel prices. And that thing can run forever. That thing runs on fumes. So how do you keep these things running? Like, how do you keep a truck like this running, let alone two of them? Well, first off is you have to look at the truck, these motorized wheelbarrows, as a business. You can't look at them as something willy-nilly doing on a whim. I'm going to go here on a whim. I'm going to go there on a whim. You don't just jump in it and go. You plan it out, right? So the first thing is what are the insurances going to cost you, right? On an old truck like this, I paid $500 for this truck, and the insurance and the license, the plate is about $450, $500 a year. So I obviously have to budget that. Okay, not so bad. Now, I'm in Quebec, so wherever you are in the world, some places, like if you're in Ontario, it's probably 3 times that price, even for an old beater like this. Well, it's a good-looking old beater. I love these trucks. You know, the thing is that when I go to work, okay, it doesn't matter if I take that truck or if I'm going to be taking that truck.